It started in 1997, fueled by a video which became one of the first internet viral sensations. 2 decades later, it's still going strong. Of course, we're talking about South Park. Over the years, the show has actually matured in many ways, developing a loyal following of millions of fans. However, over 20 years, there are lots of stories and details that fall between the cracks. From controversial episodes to character development, these are a few facts and secrets you may not have known about your favorite sleepy little town in Colorado. But before you head on down to South Park, be sure to hit that subscribe button, okay? Kenny is real. Oh my god, they killed Kenny. From lava to mutant turkeys, for the first several seasons of South Park, the death of Kenny McCormick was a part of every episode. That whole feature really died off as Kenny took on different roles, including a princess and a superhero. Nonetheless, you may not know that this orange parka-wearing kid from the other side of the tracks is actually a real person. When he was in school, creator Trey Parker was friends with a Kenny who was really poor, wore a huge coat, and was often rumored to be dead because he skipped class so much. Failing memory. When you've created hundreds of episodes over the course of 2 decades, it's possible you might forget things. Show creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone definitely did. During the production of Season 3, things were pretty hectic, especially with the South Park movie requiring a lot of attention. It was during this time that the episode featuring sexual harassment Panda was released. Yet, Parker and Stone have absolutely no memory of ever making it. Interestingly enough, many fans consider this to be the least funny episode ever made. Episodes 200 and 201. South Park is a show that prides itself on criticizing all issues and religions equally. So when episodes 200 and 201 aired, it created quite a stir. You see, in a nutshell, the episodes were about whether or not to show an image of the Prophet Muhammad and face being attacked. In a case of life imitating art, threats by Muslim groups against broadcasters as well as Parker and Stone caused the episode to end up being censored. Furthermore, episodes 200 and 201, as well as the Muhammad-containing episode Super Best Friends, were all pulled from syndication. Imagination Land. Have you ever wondered why there was never a second South Park movie? Well, there was supposed to be. The Imagination Land episodes were supposed to make up the second franchise release. In it, we find the boys struggling to protect our imaginations, while Butters remains trapped in a world where Santa Claus and Luke Skywalker battle it out with terrorists, aliens, and Freddy Krueger. Rather than release it all as a movie, Parker and Stone thought the story worked best as a 3-part episode. It's considered one of the best South Park creations to date, and one can only imagine how differently it could have turned out if it had gone the other way. Chimpokemon. How long has South Park been on the air? Well, over the course of its history, Pokemon have become popular twice. With cards, toys, and video games driving kids and parents nuts, how could you not make fun of it all? So South Park did just that. The episode titled Chimpokemon had the kids acting like mindless zombies, brainwashed into buying all the toys and video games. Looking suspiciously like Pokemon, the Chinpokemon were different in one key way. You see, Chinpokemon loosely translates from Japanese into tiny penis pocket monster. It's a twisted mind that comes up with this stuff. Aliens. The 1997 pilot episode of South Park saw Eric Cartman abducted by aliens. Ever since then, aliens have played a role in the South Park community. For the first few seasons, they were worked into nearly every episode, often appearing hidden in the background or in plain sight. The animators made it a running joke. However, contrary to the legend that there is an alien in every episode, that's just not true. When they remember to have time, the creators will stick one of those familiar-looking extraterrestrials in. Think of it as a Where's Waldo, only more twisted and challenging. Scientology versus South Park. No matter what religion you are, if you watch South Park, then your faith has been made fun of or criticized at least once. Enter Scientology. The 2005 episode Trapped in the Closet made fun of the religion and some of its notable followers, like John Travolta and Tom Cruise. Apparently, the Church of Scientology was so angered by this that they actually spent time investigating Trey Parker and Matt Stone in an effort to dig up some sort of dirt and smear their reputation. In the end, the only real fallout was that Isaac Hayes, a Scientologist who played Chef, quit because he didn't agree with the way his religion was being portrayed. Mr. Kitty and Sparky. You likely know that South Park has a lot of celebrity guest appearances. However, sometimes a celebrity appearance isn't quite what you'd think it would be. For instance, when they needed someone to do the voice of Stan's dog Sparky and Eric's cat, Mr. Kitty, they managed to get none other than George Clooney and Jay Leno. Now, they didn't have any real lines, and unless you saw it in the credits, you'd have no clue you were listening to big stars. Game of Thrones influence. A show like South Park is traditionally influenced by the outside or real world that we live in. However, in a role reversal, one of the biggest shows on television was actually altered by this animated series. From the planned betrayal at a Red Robin to the fact that Randy and a few security guards were supposed to hold off a huge group of zombie-like shoppers, the Black Friday episode was clearly a nod to Game of Thrones. In fact, the emphasis on Eric Cartman holding numerous secret meetings in a garden was clearly poking fun at the HBO show, and they knew it. The result? Game of Thrones deliberately started writing in fewer scenes where characters plotted strategy in a garden setting. Well, that's all the secrets we have for this one. Before you head off to rewatch your favorite episodes of South Park, be sure to check out some of our other videos and make sure to subscribe. Bye-bye!